All right, hello everyone. So I got a request for doing the farm and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not particularly great at doing the farm. I've never been. So if you're expecting to see some awesome tricks, you're probably not going to see them, but I'll do what I usually do and it usually works just fine for me. I know there are better methods and I just don't usually bother with them, but this is something like this is what I typically bring. I usually will take some kind of used up guns if I can, and I'll take some zip guns or some Winchesters or whatever I don't care about, just to eat them up on the enemies that take a bunch of hits. I usually take something like a full set of tactical armor, and I'll take a stack of food and either a stack of first aid kits or bandages, one or the other. I just happen to have a lot of first aid kits, so I'm using those up. And in the old days, I'd always forget to bring a level 2 hatchet, but I don't need that anymore. So I think that's about it. So yeah, so here we go. A lot of times I forget to bring water. I'll be low on water, and there's sometimes some in here, but okay. So you can if you have the Diablo blade mod, you can one shot kill these guys with the Diablo, but you can usually kill them like that with a skull crusher without letting them hit you. There is a trick, I'm pretty sure it still works right here, where you can get this guy to run off screen and then come back and his back's turned to you, and then you can get a free sneak attack on him. And I used to always do that, but I'm not going to do that here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. One of the reasons why I get frustrated here at the farm is it's so random. You never know what you're going to get. A lot of times, just a bunch of guys will come running at you out of nowhere. And so it's kind of a pain. Let's go with this and this. I don't think there's any special trick for these guys. So we got these guys coming out. Thanks, doggy. Usually you just aggro them. I happen to be drowning in melee weapons and I'm very low on guns. Oh, that was too close. Dang it, I swear I'm pushing the button. Okay, whatever. Okay, so let's go back to here. And more guys jumping out of the hay. Cool. And that always happens. I've never really fully understood why that happens, but... Oh, and of course I aggro that guy too. But sometimes they, for no good reason, they'll get aggroed. I'm sure it had something to do with the initial aggro when I walked in there, but doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Okay, so here's my box, and I get another set of these guys. Oops. Cool. put you back here. So ordinarily I would come here and then I would sneak this guy, but I messed up. And I just realized I've got kill 3 bulls on my Raiders task, so if I have enough weapons left over, I'll do that. Okay, another one of these guys. This is kind of the worst set right here when they're like this, fighting each other. You don't get to really sneak up on anybody. And those dogs do a ton of damage. My dog's given up on me. It's definitely nice having that extra damage that he does. Come on. I'll have to get another gun for this. Oh, that was bad timing. Cool. I did a airdrop on my way over here and got a nice female dog, so what the heck? This is like what I'm talking about. It just randomly gets stuff like this all the time. And here comes this guy. Oh, I get a level up. Get a little distance, switch over. Cool. And then I'll eat up a little. Good memory, yay! That is a good one. So now my buffs will last a little bit longer. I'm still hoping to finish off my gas. That's probably the second best one that I'm missing at this point, so I'll just kind of show you here. Hopefully I don't get more guys running at me. So of the ones I haven't completed, the biker is probably the next one I want the most. Good memory. Those two are like the two that I really want. Okay, let's gear up here. Let's put you there and you there. My armor's already getting pretty low. I mean, sometimes you get raiders. There's a raider right there. So I got some armor incoming. Let me go ahead and take these guys out. If you time it right, you can sneak up behind them. I never bother, but maybe I'll try it right here. Of course, it's risky. There it goes. Made short work of that guy. So anyways, you can like swap out your armor, but you shouldn't do more than half of it because certain guys will come up on you. Like when you get a couple of those dogs, the disease wolves, they'll really rip you up quick if your armor's too low, so be careful with that. Okay, so Ravager guy's down here. I don't really want to deal with him just at the second, so let me take care of this. Let's start using some of these zips. Okay. This guy aggroes all the time too. Not this time. So it used to be, this is kind of a big complaint of mine, it used to be that you could do sneak attacks and run away from these guys, but half the time I get hit. Like it's like your range, it's like their range increased quite a bit. It's very noticeable. And that time I managed to avoid it, but quite often they hit me. And it makes certain things like killing the Ravager very difficult now. It used to be that I would just use like pretty much one saw blade mace to kill him. I know you don't need to do that. If you're good at like running around him, you can just use a spear or anything to kill him. But I always, didn't want to bother with that. I would just go ahead and use up one saw blade mace. But now I can't do that anymore because he ends up hitting you, and then he starts spitting on you, and it's all over. So I pretty much just use a kind of a cheap gun on him, like the zip gun. Okay. Let's switch back to you. And we'll keep the zip gun. Okay. Let's see if I can avoid this hit. Yep. That's pretty lucky for my normally I'll get hit at least once by one of those two guys. It would definitely be nice to have a little extra range on my zip gun. Did I even finish this off over here? Okay. Pretty much the nice thing about the farm is the dogs. You're pretty much going to get at least one here, maybe two. The mods, oh man, it really is frustrating. I've probably done the farm like the last 12 times I've done it, and I haven't got a new mod out of this. I mean, that's the main goal here, is to get the melee mods here, but it's just one stinker after the next. So this, it used to be you would sneak attack the first shot, and you would, even though he'd see you, you'd get triple damage with a saw blade mace, and then I would just use saw blade mace to finish him off. And now I'm kind of resorting to this. And yes, I know if you're good, you can like swing around him and use a spear or whatever, and I just don't ever want to deal with it, so lazy gamer. And if you're good at the wall trick, which is something I've never been very good at, you can use that all over the place here and really save on weapons, which is good when you have a lot of melee weapons like I do, but I never managed to practice it, so pretty boring. And unfortunately, I don't need any bones. I've got tons of them now, so this guy's kind of a big waste. This is definitely faster when I was using the Winchester last time. Winchester does like double the damage of this thing. Especially with all the upgrades I've got on it. So we got one more of these quadrants to go, and then, oh, don't get too close, Bull. I hate aggroing those guys when they get close to the fence like that. Slow but safe. And I get nothing for it. A couple bandages. And another zip gun. Alright, so let's check out this last quadrant, and then I'll go up by the house. Alright, so I'll go ahead and put you there, and put that on. I believe I can get this guy here if that bull moves out of the way. I don't usually bother. I'm like pretty impatient at the farm. So usually I just kind of tear through it, and I don't really care about being super efficient, but Oh man, that bull's gonna be in the way. Okay, so let me just do this. Yeah, see, there he got me. I'm surprised I didn't aggro him. And let's get this guy here. So this guy you can get through the fence. Typically. Oh, you used to be able to. There you go. Okay, and let's save a little here. Drink that, eat that. My unmodded zip gun. Use it up. Cool. And this is the last guy down here. Let's put you there. Okie doke. So now we'll clean up the top here and get the farmhouse. This is pretty straightforward. Get that guy. And there's a doggy for me. Okay, so over here, this one's always, this one here you kind of have to aggro. Come on. And then you can sneak this guy. Please don't hit me. Oh, I did it. I think the last 3 times I've done the farm, the barn has not opened here. It's like pretty much since the update. It's usually a good thing because there's often nothing good in there anyways, at least nothing that I care about. I mean, maybe there's a puppy, but... And the hard part, the thing I don't like about the dogs on the farm is it's usually very, very difficult to tell if they're boys or girls. I'm guessing this is a boy. Yeah, that's a boy. And I don't like opening boys. Since I get them so often, I just throw them in a chest. But I do have a girl in my chopper right now, so at least there's that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and clean out this room. I try to use up all my weapons and armor so that I have room to take a lot of stuff home. I don't try to bring any more than I need. But you just never know what you're going to encounter here exactly since it's so random. I guess we'll use up this shotgun. Oops, there it goes. It'd be nice to be able to sneak that guy, but can't do it. Okay. And no magazine in this one. Take that for the time being. And not even a survival magazine in here, okay. So let's go ahead and drop the blue chest. Definitely a little lower on guns than I would hope for. Let me see how I'm doing on my armor. Take you. And let's just take this for now. Switch these out. And let's grab the chest. So I'll just pause it. And we're back. Sure would be nice to be able to bring my chopper in to wheel this thing up here and save me a little bit of time walking. So usually before I drop this thing in here, I just double check my inventory and make sure I'm set up the way I want to be. I'm going to do this for the time being. Heal up a little bit and we'll see what happens. Okay, and then usually what I do is I run around here. I always get two of these yokels running up. So I try to get them aggroed on me here. And then I stay way over here on this side so I don't attract anybody else. Cool. And then I just kind of, you know, work my way over here very slowly. And it doesn't look like the barn opened again. But typically what I do is if the barn opens, these guys kind of pool over here. And what I do is I'll have a melee weapon and a gun ready depending on who's going to come at me. But I just barely kind of like creep forward until I aggro the closest one. And then I step back because I don't want 2 or 3 coming at me. And then I'll take them on one at a time. And then I just kind of creep back over, get another one aggroed and come back. And it's pretty simple like that. So let's see if I get another dud on my mod. Yep. So frustrating. It's a lot of time and a lot of resources to come over and do the farm. I mean, unless you're really good at the wall trick and all that kind of stuff, but I just can't ever seem to get a decent mod here. So anyways, I'll just take put this armor on. I got another scythe. That's kind of nice. M16. I can always use the copper. Take the engine part. And so typically what I do here is, let's see, anything else I want to grab for the time being? That's good enough. Whatever. So typically what I'll do is I'll make one further trip over here just to take every bit of resources I can. I'll open up those 3 bags of whatever that are in the 3 quadrants that did not have the blue chest, and you know, there's usually some pretty decent stuff in there. There's you know, coal and just maybe aluminum and stuff, so it's always worthwhile. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of these bulls. I think I got enough guns to do this. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'll pause it just a second. Okay, so that's 1 bull down. So the nice thing is you can sneak attack these guys for your first hit, and that wears them down enough that it's not too much of a pain in the butt. This is definitely the first time I've ever killed one of these bulls since the very first time I've played. Oh. Oh, you're pissed. Come on. Toro, Toro. Definitely do not want to get hit by one of these guys. Oh no, don't do that. Come on. Dang it. I need a better range on that. Alright, I'll kill this last guy here, just 1 second. And that's it. So there's another Raiders task completed. But yeah, like I said, this stuff's always worth coming back to get. The aluminum and coal and oak and stuff. So I'm going to load up my chopper, and then that'll be it. So that's how I do the farm. For sure, leave comments about things that I could be doing better. Other people will learn from that, and I'm sure there might be a few things that I might learn as well. Definitely some of these things I'm already aware of. I just am too lazy to do. But yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next one. All right, bye-bye.